So what I thought I would do is look at the SQA when they gave out some guidance. Just thought I would actually just take you through what each bit, well, what I think each bit means. Okay, I've created a couple of examples as well, so just to really take you through just the software. But I'll do one for computer systems, although there's not much in terms of, it's pretty much anything computer systems could be asked, because quite often it's 1 or 2 marks, and you have a 3 to 6 mark question, which is a floating point. Database wise, it's pretty much anything could be asked with that, so there's a bit more detail with the software. Okay, so what you've got here is the software development questions. Quite often they come under 2 guises of your write code questions. Okay, now the code that they're given to you, the programming language that the SQA use is SQA reference language, and the programming language that we've used and a lot of other schools use is Python. So you can write your answers in either way. I would tend to be writing in SQA-RL because that's a language that they give you examples in. Sometimes you might get a wee 1 or 2 mark question asking you to write a function. I'll probably write that in Python. Okay, so it just says here your solution should be recognisable code. Marks are based on how you solve the problem, not the accuracy of the syntax. So that to me is, you can get away with maybe making a couple of wee errors in terms of missing 1 or 2 things out. Obviously you don't want to do that intentionally, trying to write it as accurate as possible, but they shouldn't be taking marks off you if it's just 1 or 2 wee errors, I'd imagine. The design stage, well, that's really when they're looking at you using your pseudocode, so just pretty much written in English, and it's awarded for you to solve the problem. And for example, you're not penalised for incorrect shape of box in a flowchart, so we quite often are using pseudocode, but you could use structured diagrams or flowcharts. So that's really just to explain the 2 types, so the write code questions and design questions. So quite often they'll say use a programming language of your choice, that's the write code questions, but they also might say use a design notation of your choice. Quite often it's pseudocode, it might be flowchart or structured diagram you want to go down the route of. So that's just a wee brief introduction. The next couple of videos I actually go through each bullet point in more detail and giving you some examples.